Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show, and with spring well on its way, we are itching to get our spaces spick and span ahead of summer and the festive season. Now, many of us think of spring cleaning as decluttering, but it's much more than just that. Joining us this morning is entrepreneur and founder of Smart Care Cleaning, Rebecca Cameron, to show us how it is done. Rebecca, I'm so excited that we get to have this conversation because I'm one of those people who love to be organized and cleaning. But what is it for you as an entrepreneur that was able to turn this into a business? What is it about cleaning that you enjoy?
Thanks, Zoe. I think, well, firstly, having a clear space is very connected to productivity, to health, to a clear mind. I don't know if you've had that moment where you've made your bed in the morning, things are looking clean, and there's this lightness, this readiness for the day. Not only that, it's providing employment opportunities to those that need it most in South Africa. So I actually raised money by climbing Kilimanjaro to really support and train as many domestic workers in cleaning.
That is incredible. So let's talk about your cleaning business, because you've turned this into your business.
Yes, absolutely. So we offer a number of different services, but our most specialist service is the deep clean. And I think there's a huge underestimation of the effort that goes into a deep cleaning service. So what is it? Well, really it's that cleaning that layer of dirt beneath the dirt. Those skirting boards, moving the furniture, getting the top of those cupboards that never reached, or the fan, or the blinds. It's just going that next level deeper.
Because if you don't tackle dust while it's dust, it becomes sticky. And then it's even more difficult to remove. So let's quickly unpack what's the difference between general cleaning and deep cleaning.
Sure. Well, general cleaning is that cleaning that you should be doing regularly. That might just be your dusting of the surfaces, your vacuuming, your mopping, cleaning the bathroom. But your deep cleaning even takes it to the extent of scrubbing things off the walls, your light switches that you don't touch, taking everything out, your appliances, so a deep focus on your fridges and your microwaves. And what about the blinds? No one ever touches the blinds, and they just accumulate all this dust. So if you're doing it properly, you're going blind by blind, dusting and cleaning, and just getting all those hard-to-reach places that you may forget.
And it is a process, and I know everyone has their own cleaning process.
Oh, yes.
I'm one of those individuals that if I'm about to do the bathroom, I remove everything, clean, and then move it back. But from your perspective as a professional, what's the best way to approach cleaning a space?
I love that question, because it's a lot more strategic than people think.
Because people are like, where do I start? There's so much to do. You get overwhelmed, and then you're just not interested in the project.
And then you don't even start. Yeah. Well, the very first thing is you need to be a little bit strategic and plan. What I like to do is I go into a space, I have a kind of a basket, and I look around and I say, what shouldn't be in this space? What perhaps is in the bedroom that should be in the kitchen? And you collect all the items that shouldn't be in the room. You put it there, but you don't go one by one and now put it in its place. You rather just put the basket to the side, get things off the floor. So that's your tidying. Well, then you need to really clean, all right? The next step is cleaning. Now, there's a couple of things that people don't always remember. Clean from top to bottom, because dust falls down, liquid drips down, and you're going to do double the work if you do it the other way around.
Yeah.
Also, in every room, you're going to go from back to front. So you're almost going to work your way out of the door.
Okay.
And then another thing is always to do wiping of the dry, sweeping first, and then you do the wet, not the other way around. A lot of people don't do any dusting, and they just go straight into mopping, and then it leaves these like clumps of dirt.
And it just spreads the dirt around. I always say a clean car dries clean, a dirty car just dries matte. Like there's a difference when it rains and your car stands outside. Now, you've got a quick little demo on how we can clean a basic table surface with the difference between the dry and the wet.
Absolutely. So when considering any surface, you're actually going to have 3 different cloths. You can use just the same color, but if you're wanting to remember what is what and not confuse them, you can even have different color cloths. All right. Your very first one is going to be your dry, and this is where you're doing the dusting. All right, you don't go straight for the wet. So you'll just do a little dust. Again, you won't want to start with the floors and then clean, because what I'm doing is I'm putting the dust off the surface, all right? Another thing you need to consider before the sanitizing part of this is what is the surface? Very, very important. This will depend on what cleaning product you use. As we can see, this is wood. Be very careful with wood. I don't know what wood this is treated with, so usually you're going to use a multi-purpose cleaner with wood. Kitchens, however, you can actually use a home remedy of vinegar and water, and that works really, really well for disinfecting. But anyway, with wood, we're going to be cautious. We're going to take our second cloth, and again, with the multi-purpose cleaner, we're really just going to use a little bit of water, because wood doesn't need a lot. Same with wooden floors. You're going to get a very specific mop for wood, and then you're going to make sure that you wipe the whole surface so you don't miss spots. Just going to do a little section. And then you're going to take your last cloth. Yes, you didn't realize that there's a shining aspect to it as well. Keep it shiny. And then you're going to shine the surface with your third cloth.
There we go. Who would have thought you needed 3 cloths to wipe this table? I love that. The dusting cloth, the wet cleaning cloth, as well as the shining cloth. Rebecca's not going anywhere. We've got more cleaning hacks. We're going to spring clean this whole studio if it's up to us. But no, time is limited. But let's see what else is trending on social media. It's my feel-good breakfast show. Welcome back. You are just in time as we are getting into the spring cleaning, because earlier we chatted about it and how to spring clean and deep clean your space and why these are so important to do. Now, entrepreneur and founder of Smart Care Cleaning, Rebecca Cameron, she is now going to spring into action and showing you some deep cleaning home hacks to get your spaces looking spotless for the special seasonal occasion. In fact, this is cleaning hacks that everyone needs to know. I love that we get to have this conversation, because I'm one of those individuals, I love cleaning, but I want to do a good job. And I find sometimes doing windows, I go through a lot of paper towels because any other way leaves streaks. Do you have a hack for me?
So, yes, absolutely. Did you know that you can use sunlight liquid? That actually works best for windows.
Well, it makes sense. It cleans your glasses beautifully.
Absolutely. So you'd take your bucket, right? You would maybe use about 3 teaspoons of sunlight liquid and use your typical squidgy. And when you use your squidgy, you know, you get the softer side and then you get the harder side. So you would dip your squidgy in, do the windows. Remember, one direction, okay? Top, bottom. Then you would turn your squidgy around and then only do it once. So apply pressure, go once, then that's where you use your paper towels, okay?
For the leftover
residue. You do need to use that other side of the squidgy. And then what I actually like to do is I take a dry cloth, and then you can use the same process for windows. You still need to use the dry cloth to get the frames of the windows or the side of the mirror. You won't use the foam. I mean, you won't use the... yeah, that's what you'll use for the side.
For the frame, for the outskirts.
Frame.
Oh, I love that. Now, when it comes to the fridge, I feel like cleaning out the fridge is so important, because it's one thing to declutter your fridge by throwing out the old food or things that have gathered mold in my house. But what are great ways to get rid of the odor that can sometimes come from a fridge?
Absolutely. So, all right, did you know that you should be cleaning your fridge out weekly?
We do that. I don't do that, but we do that.
So, yeah.
I did not know that. So you have to do it weekly.
Absolutely. And again, a really, really great home remedy. You're going to take some warm water, all right? You're going to add some white vinegar. This is your friend for fridges, for microwaves, for surfaces. So let's add some white vinegar in there.
Can I help you there?
Probably with
my gloves. Because you've got the gloves. There we go.
There we go. Some white vinegar. And that's really where you're going to start. You're going to take the glasses. First of all, take the food out of the fridge.
Yes.
Remove the glass panels, clean them. Take your cloth, use your white vinegar solution, wipe the sides, wipe the crevices, and repeat. You know, don't just wipe once, maybe wipe twice or 3 times, and then you can use and put your glass shelves back into the fridge. Another few little hacks. Do you know that the meats should be at the bottom of the fridge? And if you really want to organize and have a decluttered fridge, arrange and categorize, you know, dairy, vegetables, and also put your tallest condiments at the back and use the labels and, you know, face them. So when you open the fridge, you can see exactly what, you know, have a place for everything in your fridge.
I love that. And when it comes to cleaning the microwave, do you have a hack for that?
Very, very similar process. You're going to use your white vinegar. But the nice thing for the outside of the fridge and the outside of the microwave, wait for it to dry. So you will still use the same cloth. You'll wipe it down, use a second cloth to shine the outside of the fridge and of the microwave. Like we did, remember? The shining cloth.
The shining cloth. We always forget about the shining cloth.
Yes. Now, one last trick. Yes. This is the best one for the microwave. So you're going to take some bicarbonate soda. You're going to take half a lemon, warm water, and put it in the microwave and warm it up for 2 minutes. And that's what really gets rid of those food smells.
Okay, so just warm water and bicarb, because I know bicarb and vinegar has a reaction.
Yes, no vinegar.
Leave the vinegar out of the microwave.
So just the lemon, the bicarb, and the water.
Oh, I love that these are easy household items that we have, good for the environment. Now let's tackle this oven hob that we have here in front of us. I'm looking at it because we've been cooking, and it's natural. You cook, you do the basic clean, but what's the best way to go about cleaning your stove top?
All right. Well, I have my handy gloves on.
You can go that side. Yeah, please show us.
So we have just cooked, and as you know, we never know how hot something is. All right. So here we're going to use some protection, and we're just going to move these guys.
Remove them. We can just focus on this panel, I think. Yeah.
Here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so first things first, we can still see some residue food. So we're going to take a little dry cloth.
We do the dusting and like we did on the table.
Exactly. Let's get some peas out of there. All righty.
And that was all part of the green goddess salad, you know. That happens when you cook. These things jump out of the pan.
Hopefully the cleaning can be just as rewarding as the cooking.
Yes.
Okay, next. Right, you're going to use this creamy, powerful, multi-purpose cleaner, but limited to things like your stove, white surfaces only. If you're using this on maybe a wall that isn't white, it can discolor or, you know, lighten the paint. So don't use this for everything, but for stoves, this is a great way to go. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to just make sure that we're getting to the stains. I'm going to spread it around a little bit. Okay. Make sure that all the marks.
You spread it with the gloves.
Yes.
You have to have gloves.
Why
don't they make gloves in more fun colors? It's always this weird yellow. Like if they made it in pink, I think more people would be excited to clean. No, I'm serious. People are laughing at me. Add polka dots to gloves, I'll buy it.
Ta-da! You're actually going to leave this soaking for 10 minutes.
And then you go.
And then you go and wipe it down. And again, you're going to do the shining process afterwards.
I love it. I love all these cleaning hacks.
Yeah, and what's nice is while you're letting this soak, you can do other things in the kitchen, right? Okay. Whether it's washing the dishes or you do your thing. And while we're waiting for this to soak, there is another little hack. It's these hot plate protectors that you can actually buy. So often we dirty our pots. They're rusty, and you think, where did this dirt come from?
It comes from the plate.
It comes from the plate itself. So it's also important to treat the plates. And how you're going to use this hot plate protector that you can go and buy, you actually have to heat up the stove and the plate, let it cool a little bit, then apply the hot plate protector. You don't have to remove it. Right? So you apply it, you stay on there, and then really it looks like brand new again.
Brand new. Oh, we love all the tips, all the tricks, all the hacks. We appreciate it. Rebecca, thank you so much for joining us today. And we hope you took some of these tips to get a little bit of spring cleaning in your own space.